The French Open has delivered one of the biggest stories of the tennis season. After years of coming close, Alexander Zverev has finally conquered Roland Garros, capturing his maiden Grand Slam title and shaking up the ATP rankings in the process. Meanwhile, Flavio Cobolli's incredible run to the final has announced a new force in men's tennis, while several top stars suffered major setbacks in Paris. From dramatic rises to painful falls, let's break down the latest ATP rankings after an unforgettable French Open. At number 30, Thomas Martin Etcheverry drops 2 places to 1,510 points after a first-round exit at Roland Garros. The Argentine struggled to make an impact during the season's biggest clay court event. Coming in at number 29 is Cameron Norrie with 1,595 points, falling 5 positions after a disappointing first-round defeat at the French Open. The Brit was unable to build momentum in Paris. Tommy Paul slides 7 places to number 28 with 1,645 points, following a third-round exit at Roland Garros. The American lost valuable ranking ground after failing to produce a deep run. Now ranked number 27, Francisco Cerundolo holds 1,660 points after reaching the French Open third round. The Argentine gained points, but remains just outside the top 25. At world number 26, Frances Tiafoe falls 4 spots to 1,705 points, despite making the Roland Garros round of 16. The American couldn't defend enough points to maintain his previous ranking. Holding the number 25 position is João Fonseca, with 1,735 points after a breakthrough French Open quarter-final run. The teenage Brazilian continues to establish himself among the sport's rising stars. Arthur Rinderknecht climbs 1 place to number 24, with 1,776 points after reaching the second round at Roland Garros. The Frenchman delivered a respectable showing in front of home fans. A big mover this week is Rafael Jodar, rising 6 places to number 23, with 1,849 points. The teenager impressed by reaching the French Open quarterfinals in Paris. At number 22, Alejandro Davidovich Fokina moves up 1 spot to 1,860 points after a second-round exit at Roland Garros. The Spaniard gained a small boost despite the early defeat. Arthur Fils slips to number 21 with 1,940 points after losing 100 points. He withdrew from the French Open at the start of the tournament due to a persistent hip injury. Breaking into the top 20 is Valentin Vachereau at number 20 with 2,145 points. The Monegasque exited in the second round, but remains firmly inside the ATP's upper tier. At world number 19, Lerner Tien reaches 2,270 points after advancing to the French Open third round. The young American continues his impressive climb up the rankings ladder. Luciano Darderi sits at number 18 with 2,300 points after a second-round defeat at Roland Garros. The Italian gained points, but narrowly missed a bigger rankings jump. Sharing 2,300 points is Jakub Menchik, who surges 10 places to number 17. A remarkable French Open semi-final run marks the biggest breakthrough of his young career. After a difficult clay season, Lorenzo Musetti falls 5 positions to number 16 with 2,315 points. The Italian lost 800 points and couldn't maintain his previous standing. At number 15, Karen Khachanov remains on 2,320 points after reaching the French Open third round. The Russian delivered a solid but unspectacular campaign in Paris. Casper Ruud climbs 2 places to number 14 with 2,425 points following a round of 16 appearance. The Norwegian added valuable points but fell short of a deeper run. Back up to number 13 is Andrei Rublev with 2,460 points after reaching the French Open round of 16. The Russian remains firmly in contention for a top 10 return. At world number 12, Jiří Lehečka holds 2,575 points, despite a first-round exit at Roland Garros. The Czech lost points, but managed to avoid a significant rankings collapse. Alexander Bublik drops one place to number 11 with 2,930 points after a first-round loss in Paris. The Kazakh struggled to find success on the clay courts. Breaking into the top 10 is Flavio Cobolli at number 10 with 3,540 points. Despite falling in the French Open final, the Italian enjoyed a career-defining breakthrough and gained 1,200 ranking points. At number 9, Taylor Fritz sits on 3,720 points after a shock first-round exit at Roland Garros. The American missed a major opportunity to climb higher. Despite an opening round loss in Paris, Daniil Medvedev remains number 8 with 3,760 points. The Russian avoided significant damage thanks to results elsewhere on the tour. Falling 3 spots to number 7 is Novak Djokovic with 3,760 points. The former world number 1 exited in the third round, costing him 700 valuable ranking points. At world number 6, Alex de Minaur reaches 3,905 points after a third-round finish at Roland Garros. The Australian gains 1 spot and continues his steady consistency. Holding firm at number 5 is Ben Shelton with 3,920 points despite a second-round loss in Paris. The American remains comfortably inside the ATP top 10. A major winner from the French Open is Felix Auger-Aliassime, rising to number 4 with 4,440 points. The Canadian reached the quarterfinals and gained 390 important ranking points. At number 3, Alexander Zverev climbs to 7,305 points after capturing the French Open title. The German finally secures his first Grand Slam crown, completing a remarkable 2-week run in Paris. Still sitting at world number 2 is Carlos Alcaraz with 9,960 points. The Spaniard lost 2,000 points after his absence, failing to defend his previous French Open success due to injury. And at the top, Jannik Sinner remains world number 1 with 13,500 points, despite a shocking second-round exit at Roland Garros. The Italian's 2026 unbeaten streak was shockingly ended by Juan Manuel Cerundolo. What a dramatic French Open it's been, and the race for the ATP rankings is only getting more exciting from here. Do you think this result changes the balance of power in men's tennis? And who do you see winning the next Grand Slam? Let me know your predictions in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.